and we're here at a barn that we completely renovated into a home. It was a completely burned out shell that arsons had burned out a few years ago, and those arsons were caught, but the owner of the barn said that they didn't want to let the barn go, but rather to restore it and to do one better, but to make it into a beautiful home. And that's what we did. We were called in. The owner acted as a general contractor, but the project was basically what we call craftsman directed. Throughout the project, we tried to simulate what was original with the stone masonry pointing work, and that was when the masons originally shaped all the stones. They saved all the filings that came off from the stone table, and they incorporated that into the mix as an aggregate. So we included little black chips throughout the mortar to simulate that salt and pepper look that was in this regional architecture. When we were asked to build a fireplace inside the renovated barn, I had seen a grain silo in another historic barn that was partially in the barn and partially on the outside of the barn. And so we made a floor-to-the-ceiling replica grain silo and put a Rumford fireplace. It's a narrower firebox with steep splays, and we incorporated that into the house, and a wood-burning stove on the first floor in the basement.
My name is Mike Hart. I'm from Vernfield, which is just outside of Harleysville. My profession is, well, I wear two hats actually. One is I do demolition work, tear down anything, new or old. But if it's old, I actually try to save it. There's a whole big preservationist side of what I do, which actually the preservation got me into the demolition work, ironically enough. So I'm a historic preservationist as far as rescuing and saving buildings, its parts and its pieces. This particular barn here is going to be dismantled, like we've done many of them, and this one's going to be rebuilt at the Mennonite Heritage Center in Harleysville. And there it will be opened up to the public during special event days and utilized for demonstration purposes and teaching purposes, and other than that, storage and who knows what other uses it could be put to. Exactly right now, everything you see here was put in here in the 1850s. There's nothing newer anymore. So now we're down to the goodies. At this point it becomes tagged, which a lot of it is already. I have it tagged, and then I will draw up a schematic to it. And I have, devised our own numbering system here from doing it for so many times over the years. Each piece will get a match mark to it, to the tag. And then we'll take it apart, starting from the top, working our way down, and bundling up the material, and then so it can be forked off of the trailer at the other end.
My name is Bob Ensminger. I'm retired professor at Kutztown University in geography, cultural geography, which means things that man put on the surface of the earth, including barns. I help out with barn organizations who are interested in interest and preservation of the barns. So we give tours, we have lectures, and so forth. Well, in the first place, the historic structures, which has value. In the second place, they're very, very, very well made. They're built along medieval timber framing and masonry techniques, which means if you keep the roof on them and protect them, they'll last for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, just like buildings in Europe. They're roomy, they're interesting, they can be used for houses, they can be used for almost for offices. There are some that have been converted to office and doctor's office buildings in the area. This particular one, the McCarroll barn, was converted to a residence. The original barn walls are here, which are stone. The original timber framing on the inside is here, which has been refinished, and the rooms have been divided out of the original bays of the barn upstairs to make for kitchens, living rooms, family rooms, bedrooms, etc.
I am Annie Rubel, and I work with the Historic Gettysburg Adams County Preservation Society, and we're here today on a barn tour. All of us here care very deeply about preserving these structures because more than just symbols of an American heritage, an agrarian past that has really built the country, each barn is unique. They have marks and little dents and different construction techniques that show how each particular builder negotiated particular concerns.
Thanks for watching our sequel to our first barn video, and if you want to get involved in helping save a barn, it's been the dream of the Saucon Valley Conservancy to finally re-erect the missing Heller Homestead barn in Hellertown, Pennsylvania. And you can look them up at SauconValleyConservancy.com and send an earmarked donation, which is tax deductible, to their organization. Thanks for watching.